The best response in the entire game is base hold from Siegfried. Because you don't even have to, like, make a bet. It's just that it covers... Because Amy doesn't have any kicks, really. Like, her kicks are pretty bad. So, like, if I want to, it is an endless... I don't want to talk about the Amy versus Siegfried matchup for the 85th time.
That's very traumatic for you. I'm so sorry to bring it
up. Yeah, well, it's on me. I kind of forced the thing here. But we don't have to worry about that. I do feel like this is a much smarter play for Fire. Sure. Now, that being said, I do think that this is just a 5-5 matchup. It's a handful of things that CJ is going to be able to pull off, such things like Amy's 4B, you know, like the one massive vertical into the rows, will actually force Astaroth to block the rows in most places where anybody else in the cast can actually just have it whiff, because he's so big. So it's just a constant, like, you're tiptoeing around a giant. You just lost a round, buddy. No, yeah, you can't do that on CJ.
Is that the world record? That's like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, okay, just...
Oh, you just went out again, dude. Oh, you are so lucky. You just went out again, dude. You did. That's a dead trap. Fire, you gotta... Amy's won 2 rounds and doesn't even have any roses, dude. This is a speedrun right now.
I imagine, like, if he goes into the Discord after this game one, I imagine Fire just being like, okay, I know, guys, I know, okay, I got it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you just gotta... No, I think he just died again, dude! Oh my god, Fire. Can someone clip that whole match, please? Can someone clip that entire match? Holy shit, I didn't even put the names up yet, dude!
Yeah, sure enough to put on Snapchat, dog.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I'll see, like... okay, so Fire is first player. I didn't even put the names up. That was instantaneous.
See, I believe in the mental recovery ability from Fire.
I mean, it's Astaroth, right? Like, the problem is that he's not sidestepping a lot of stuff, and you'd be surprised how much is dictated in this matchup by 2-2-B. Because 2-2-B combos off of, or lethal hits off of light attacks, right?
Yep.
Everything that Amy does is a light attack. Everything. So everything gets caught by 2-2-B, and that's kind of what you have to do.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, it's weird that everyone's kind of knee-jerk reaction to that armor throw is to duck, so that's kind of where the mix-ups begin. The best case will actually just be, like, mash your way out of it, but, like...
Yeah, 6A, 6-6A, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Oh, it's a real shame. Nope, that doesn't work on Astaroth. That's also an important note in this matchup. There are a lot of basic Amy combos that do not work on Astaroth. He just gets out of them. Now Fire is mashing. No.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, we should know better there.
God, that first match was so fast. Holy shit. I didn't even get a chance to be like, oh yeah, the names.
Yeah, it's fast enough to just put on the whole match on TikTok.
Does he get the tech trap here? He does.
Yeah, there's a tech trap.
Oh, into the dead trap on top of that. Tech trap into dead trap.
Okay, good step catch right there. And the throw doesn't get broken.
Kind of the first time we're seeing Fire actually get a level of momentum here. That's not going to kill just yet, I don't think. Which means that Fire does have an opportunity to try and soul charge. It's just a matter of getting the burst and then getting something. Because the problem is that your armor doesn't mean anything now, because you're just dead anyway. Nice block!
Oh, yeah, that was important, but
yeah, see.
Still the climb. Yeah, it's 1 round away.
6-6A and 6A from Amy are fantastic with dealing with armor, or Astaroth and Soul Charge. It's really tough. Okay, gets a pretty big read here into 2-2-B.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get a hit in as Astaroth, but, you know,
you only need a few, yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Amy, you know, as for all her strengths, does have to hit her opponent a little bit more than Astaroth does. But that's a great armor throw, like you said about those weak attacks. That's gonna not cut it against that armor.
Yeah, it's tough when you see somebody as Amy. When you see somebody like whiffing, typically what you want to do is like a 2-2-B, right? And 2-2-B is gonna get snuffed by that armor. You really kind of have to, you know, read it pretty heavily.
Okay, tech crouch tries to do a check with 3A, but.
See, like, 6-6A is so good with dealing with armor, same with, like, 6A. Those are, like, the main moves you want to use as Amy against Soul Charge. I think CJ's playing this very well.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, very close to dead there. Yeah, gets the full hit. He's still in Soul Charge. Still in Soul Charge. Okay, now he's not. Alright, I think that's gonna not do it just yet. Oh, that's so big. He has a bar, too. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's not dead yet. This scales a lot. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I lied. No, I think he's dead. Because he's in deep yellow, right?
Yeah.
Just enough, too. Wow-wee.
I think the phase 2 had, does that have to do with the scaling there?
Yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe, maybe all that's not...
I mean, I've gone through most of my Soul Calibur 6 life to, like, almost never go into phase 2 unless I had the advantage, so I'm actually not sure.
It is kind of funny to, like... Because typically what I see is the reverse of that, where Astaroth is the one who, like, forces you into those terrible situations. I think CJ played that pretty perfectly. Okay, we are going to be having Geo against Rich Sticks.
Oh boy, Geo versus Rich Sticks.
Yeah, presumably Yoshi v Maxi. I don't have any idea what this matchup is like. I imagine Maxi attempts to keep out as much as possible. I don't think he's particularly fantastic at that. That being said, I don't really think that Maxi is particularly fantastic at much of anything.
And Linkorz is much better at this than I am, but this might actually be a Combo Breaker 2018 run back.
Oh yeah, I don't remember like Geo's tournament situation there. That's hard to say.
No, Rich Sticks got second there. Geo did make top 8, and I imagine... I feel like they played against each other at least one point in the bracket.
Blue has confirmed this is a run back. Geo lost to Link and Rich. Was this the Combo Breaker... Did Rich win a Combo Breaker? Is that the tournament he won?
No, he won Frosty Faust.
Frosty, right.
This was
Combo Breaker, was that like Sandman or something?
This was Linkorz and Rich Sticks.
Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Sandman is Frosty. I'm confusing Combo with Frosty. That's the problem. Okay.
Oh, which were both Chicago, so I think you were in that kind of like domain.
Sure,
like,
yeah. I appreciate the out there for me.
No, it's definitely understandable. God, this was you know, almost like Sane, where like Rich Sticks was just kind of like getting back-to-back second places at like all these like big majors in the first year of competitive Soul Calibur 6, which came to a close when he won his first big major for Frosty Faustings. But Rich Sticks, man, this was a guy to follow at the beginning of Soul Calibur 6. Not so,
all the way up until he just decided to stop playing at the end of the at the start of the pandemic. Now, I obviously have no idea what that's like, just being completely irrelevant after the pandemic, after winning a major in 2020. But hey.
But you know, we had the beer leagues and stuff too. He's pretty active in that, as we all were with the online tournaments. But you know, that's all to say. It was like it's you know, it's always a treat for me to be able to see Rich Sticks to compete. Yeah, it's kind of a shame now, just obviously because he's kind of rusty. But it kind of reminds me. Oh, and that's gonna do it with the lethal hit. No, it's not. I feel like that's not the right combo, which actually provides Rich another opportunity here. Does not. Wow, so many different like really up close resets on that Oki. That was crazy. And you can't even call that like a online low attempt because Geo just got up like just. It's like, a string. He was. I mean, you know. He was committed to that low block too. So. Nice duck on the second hit there. That is not the easiest thing in the world. Reaction still on point. Okay, plus frames. Oh man, what a challenge! Gets a huge amount of damage on top of it. Yeah, a little bit of a reverse read there makes sense because it was Rich Sticks plus frames there, but he went for the auto GI anyway, just kind of expecting Geo to mash out of it. Oh, I kind of wish we got a 6A plus B rather than a grab to punish the whip, but pretty fantastic stuff. Like, Rich was able to, because that entire time, he was up against the wall against Yoshi. That's a terrifying predicament to be in for basically any character. So, you know, I'm kind of surprised he was able to weather the storm to such a degree. Now, of course, he hasn't been able to do that in this round, so who knows. Yeah, just back against the wall against Yoshi, just, you know, consistent wall combos and pressure. Oh my god. He didn't believe. You know, I keep wanting to call that Heaven's Guard, but that's the resist impact. Yeah, that's... I've got the regular auto GI it's called, but I'm just going to call it Heaven's Guard. But he's out! Maxi, and that might be... he's out. Yeah. I thought maybe the angle would be a little bit off, but no, Rich Sticks knew what he was doing, got that ring out. I would say that's probably the best thing that Maxi has, as, like, arguably, you know, I think most people, at least in NA, agree, Maxi being, like, the weakest character in the game. His ring carry is some of the best, though. Oh my god. Oh, it's just versatile, too. Like, he has a big ring out from being able to what a terrible punish! Alright, he gets it anyway. He got like 10 damage on blocking Maxi Punch, which is basically like 6A plus B punishable. And I love the... Okay, that's a Hell Sweep. That's probably going to go into the favor of Geo, but I must say, I love the the answer that Rich Sticks has on this Maxi to deal with Hell Sweep and the Nut Punch and the 2A. That Jump B is a pretty thick hitbox, mid, very good option. And plus, if it's just on block, he gets frame advantage.
Yeah, it's just like effectively safe just due to the amount of options that he has. Boy, Rich is constantly trying to pull something out. Wall Rising B plus K, which version of this game is it?
He went for that low. Oh, there's a resist impact.
He goes immediately into Soul Attack. That's an interesting... Wow, turnaround 2A is his option? Geo kind of freaking out here. Oh, man, another mash, and that's going to do it. Oh, Geo. I don't know if those were input errors or if he was just being really aggressive, but either way, boy, oh boy, that was pretty crazy.
Just all of his life just disappeared as soon as Ristix landed that soul attack. But it was that soul attack was a combo ender, so he just kept up the pressure, getting all that extra damage from the soul charge. And it was just pure freight train from Ristix, just from that first hit going into that combo that ended in the soul attack. So that was so clean and good coming from Ristix when Geo seemed like he was in control at the beginning, but Ristix like fighting back, pushing him to the other side of the ring. Good stuff from Ristix there, but Geo is a fierce competitor himself, so I'm not gonna count him out yet.
I gotta say, I do appreciate the fact that I forgot to remove the one win from CJ when I had on the overlay for the score, but Rich just happened to be on that side, so it's almost as if I predicted everything. Gets immediately with a fantastic lethal hit on top of things. Okay, we're in a little bit of a tighter space now. I would imagine this favors Yoshi a little bit more.
That's the instinct, yeah.
Oh, fantastic whip punish there.
Yep, that's what I was going for before, but that's a wall splat, man. Dude, Yoshi wall splats.
But it is important to note that that second wall splat didn't happen, meaning we are not in red. Now, virtually every character has the ability to ring out when this ring edge is red, but I honestly don't know what the opportunities are for either character when it comes to having to need 2 wall bounces into a potential ring out. I imagine Yoshi is a little bit better at it than Maxi. Well, I might be... Oh, Geo, please. Don't let this happen again. Rich has been like the comeback kid. Okay.
Yep, that jump B come into play, but luckily Geo was able to just kind of weather the storm just a little bit just to get that last hit.
Well, it almost looked like Rich wasn't ready there. It kind of freaked me out. Immediately decides to go with the bar to get away from Yoshi's double bar lethal hits, but he really has some work to do here. He could potentially get a ring out in the spot like this, but Geo battles back with this awkward pressure.
Yeah, keeping keeping the frames tight, but Geo was just able to just kind of stagger just a little bit just to throw off the timing, and that was a quick turnaround from Geo.
Yeah, that was a landslide there. So we're going at 1-1. I'm glad we're not seeing mono landslides here so far in the Boom League match. So I honestly don't know who's going to pull this out. It might honestly be dictated by whatever stage they get.
that seems to be the factor, isn't it? Whether it's kind of ring outs from
okay, and again, it's not to say that Geo won based on mono ring outs. In fact, the only ring out we've seen is from Rich. But the fact of the matter is, just the mere threat of that kind of stuff can potentially force Rich to play more defensively, more cautiously than he would want. And that will allow Geo to kind of do what he did in the last round of that game, where he was just like, okay, you're going to be worried about my reverse ringouts anyway, so now I get to just dictate the pace with something else. It's something that a lot of Soul Calibur 6 players end up losing out on. They just go with the thing that is the highest damaging option, and they forget that merely the threat of said option can be enough to dictate the pace.
And I'll argue this stage kind of gives them a little bit more room for just to fight for space, essentially.
Yeah, it is bigger.
Position, but... Yeesh, just kind of keeping the center of the stage here. Ring outs, ring carries not being a factor with that first round going to Geo.
Rich just overall just having a difficult time keeping up in the neutral. I'm not surprised.
Oh, the 2-2A.
Attempting to try and get something there. More jump Bs, though.
Yep. Great option against Yoshi. Thick hitbox, hard to step, honestly. All to try just to get plus B. Oh,
wow, what a punish. That is a huge amount of damage for something so small.
Yeah, Twitch Duck's very good on the side.
Oh, you're dead.
Ooh,
you have become dead, my friend. Wow, I could have sworn that he could have just done it with the B, but he decided to really make sure and do BK instead.
And I think it gives you a tad bit of meter just because it's
okay.
Hit, so slightly more efficient, even 1% might make
Yeah. Ooh!
Oh,
okay, gets a lethal hit there. Decides to go into Soul Attack. I like this. He got so much out of it the last time.
Plus frames into plus frames into more plus frames.
Oh, nice duck. Oh,
we were ready for that.
You have to understand that that's basically the one thing that you want to be ready for against maxi pressure, because it's like the one way that you can not only get away from maxi pressure pretty easily, but on top of that, it just nets you so much, as we just saw. Like, even if Geo didn't get a ring on there, you know he's going to go with Wall Rising a Brave Edge, right? Like, it's a huge amount of damage.
Like... Oh man, and I think it just like seems that Geo caught Ristix is kind of overheating just a little bit because with that strains maybe a tad bit
the back grab!
Oh my god.
Oh, nothing is going Rich's way. Okay, first time he's getting like an opportunity to get something here. Yoshi has double bar though. Yeah, okay, decides to spend a soul charge here.
Might be tough for Ristix. Oh my god!
Oh, he tried for it. He tried for it. He's not. Oh, he is dead. Yeah. He just went for a straight up 50-50. He tried to go for something that would end up panning out. It did not work for Rich. He did have some fantastic jump E's. He had some fantastic timings to get out of some of those spots. But overall, it really seemed like Geo, for the most part, kept it in check. And Saviors of Soul Calibur now down 2 players.
Yep. Just not a fantastic start for Saviors, but they should have their confidence up because the captain himself, Blue Guy, is going to go up against Zubaz here.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough match for Zubaz. I think it's going to be a tough match for anybody. Siegfried versus Aswell. A matchup that even Linkorz gave up on. Back when these two actually played.
Yes. Yeah, not to completely count as Zubaz or anything, but if you want to check out Blue's Liquipedia page for all his accomplishments, everyone in chat is definitely free to do so. But, you know, spoiler alert, Blue God is pretty damn good at the game.
I feel like we can safely say that Blue God is pretty good at Soul Calibur 6.
He's a pretty good Soul Calibur 6
One could say he could almost play professional.
Yeah, sponsored Evo champion, just like can go the list of accomplishments that everyone can go on the check out his Liquipedia page on. But Zubaz, I mean, I'm a big fan of comeback. Soul Calibur 6 is chock full of them. Siegfried versus Aswell, just maybe a bit difficult, not impossible. Rising Bees can be really effective. I'm not sure even about Base Hole. Base Hole doesn't auto GI lows, does it?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I feel like you could play this in a variety of ways as well. You could just out-neutral him with Sword. You could attempt to just out-mix him in Axe. Okay, it looks like we're going with the Axe right out the top, which does mean that something like Wall Rising Bee is a little bit easier to use. It can't just naturally be punished with a knockdown, so at least there's that.
Yeah, so at this point, if he stays in Axe, I would just kind of like try spamming Rising B, but he's just going to go for spacing neutral with the swords now. He could potentially die to Tech Crouch 3Bs or Rising Bs, but it looks like it's not a factor at this point, as Blue God has a lot of momentum here. Zubaz maybe try to go 50-50 there, but Blue God's movement spacing kind of makes it awkward to Zubaz to get that timing, and just like that with a whiff throw, Blue God close it out with the axe low. Very nice. Yeah,
Blue did a fantastic job of ensuring that the comeback potential that Zubaz had, which he was administering pretty well. He wasn't just like ham-fisting it. Gets a fantastic reverse auto GI there. Unfortunately, there's no way in the world he wanted the A+B, but Blue doing a good job of like when Zubaz has some level of momentum, he's not letting Zubaz really net any damage out of it, which is not the easiest thing in the world. Having strong defense in SE6 is typically not something that people even care about all that much, let alone something that you can be really good at. And also on top of that, you have to deal with like this reverse mix with regards to like the axe low. He ends up getting a 2-2 instead, and now we are all caught up.
Oh, it was such a good start for Zubaz, but you're talking about defense. Blue God was able to just kind of, fight through the life disadvantage there, and even get some guard damage on to boot. Like, it was a great part for Zubaz, but you got to clean your plate. Like, but much respect to Blue God there to weather the storm.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it all has to do with the fact that during most of that pressure that Zubaz had, Blue had the wall behind him, which if you have the wall behind you in Axe, you suddenly have this gigantic threat, very similar to what I was talking about with regards to Yoshi's reverse ringouts, right? So I think a lot of what was going on was the threat just allowing him to get a large amount of guard damage.
Okay, 3
Oh no!
Oh no! A
little bit mistimed on his meaty. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he just okay. So Blue smells blood in the water. He just immediately wants to end it. Zubaz does have a bar, and obviously he is in Dark Legacy. Dark Legacy does not mean a whole lot against somebody who has a break attack mid Hori from across the screen.
Yeah, soul charge mid break attack Hori indeed. Does not care about the bubble there, but if I was Zubaz's captain right now, I'd hype him the hell up. Like that was, I wouldn't call that a dominance from Blue God. Like, believe in yourself, Zubaz.
Okay, Zubaz is mentioning that that was the wrong color and that didn't count, but he also spelled color with a U, so that unfortunately negates the problems.
Absolutely negates all the problems. No, I believe in you, Zubaz. You were the chosen one.
You were supposed to bring
years of Soul Calibur.
Not join them.
Not join them. Got a little extra space here. Hard to really give the advantage to anyone. Instinct tells me Siegfried, but oh my god, that's a big hit.
It's tough to say because like you're obviously not in like this cramped space anymore, but Sword is still going to be able to dominate neutral in most of these spots. Wow, gets an 8A. That's pretty fantastic. Or a 9A, sorry.
Okay, counter hit combo. Ooh, threatens the low there. Goes mid instead for the launch. Blue got Zubaz. Nice
too
roll
easy.
there, but yeah.
Okay, doesn't get the optimal punish, but gets like a pretty solid amount of a punish. So one of the problems that Zubaz is definitely having throughout like basically this entire set. Oh no way, AGAs, dude. He's doing AGAs in neutral, but he's not actually getting them as punishes. He ends up getting the round, but that's important information for Blue to have. He doesn't have to worry about a strong punish on Sword AB. He doesn't have to worry about a strong punish on Axlo. Without that kind of stuff, this immediately becomes much more difficult.
Yeah, you need that AGA punish. That's such big damage. That's so close to a round win just to land those. So Zubaz, kind of feeling the execution pressure, I would say there, but
might also just have to do with his Canada to California. I actually don't know what side of. I mean, it is a good amount of. He doesn't need an RCC AGA to to get like a solid amount of damage on that. Wow, how did you sidestep that?
No, yeah, get that knockdown, get the damage, and then go for your next mix up there. But
I don't think either player were ready for Zubaz to continue to be standing in that spot. That was a bit odd.
Low? Oh, dodges the low. Oh, that's
wow. Step duck at like -12.
Yeah, Blue guy felt like
kind
of
rude.
What, his comeback would be maybe land a throw there. So statistically, I was just stuck here. Even if he eats a 3B, that wouldn't be a kill.
I mean, AA is okay, but, like, again, another opportunity for AGA, and it just seems like that's just not in the cards, either due to Zubaz's lack of practice, or just due to the connection in general.
That's a knockdown for Blue God with Zubaz's back against the wall. He's got the bubble, but Blue God's just backing out, just baiting him, keeping that life lead, just making it so frustrating for Zubaz to make any kind of comeback, but that might start things going with that knockdown low into another knockdown, so Blue God's feeling a little pressure there. Soul Charge to kind of relieve that pressure a little bit, but Blue God's still going to press the forward position just to make it as frustrating as possible for Zubaz, who's going all out to try to get this one round.
Nothing? Oh man, he had another opportunity. Zubaz actually gets a punish on the Dark Legacy bubble. You don't really get to see that all that often outside of an RI, but it really seems like there are plenty of opportunities where Blue is attempting to effectively just cheap out a win, and Zubaz has some pretty good defense, and if he was getting a huge, like the maximum amount of damage that Siegfried can get in some of these spots, who knows what could have been happening.
And, ooh,
wow, Siegfried jump 8 sucks.
Zubaz has some good times on Blue God on this round,
that's true.
So if he can keep this up, he can make this a really competitive match. Tries to go for low there, Blue God would clutch with those.
It's all about, okay, so it goes for a 3K, so it's like, it's obvious that Zubaz is aware of the punish, he just can't necessarily get the maximum amount of damage right now. So the main problem is the fact that we are dealing with double bar as well. Siegfried's Soul Charge is, not anything to scoff at, but Azel's is maybe one of the best, if not the best in the game. And he decides to use it up against the wall. We're immediately spending back.
To duck.
Yeah.
He's got a read on Zubaz, man.
Oh, that's gonna do... Oh, that might be dead because of the wall, right?
Yeah, wall there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's dead in Soul Charge. We're gonna have to watch this entire thing. And okay. Blue taking out Zubaz, getting his team up and going. So the next one is gonna be Anton and Ben with V's. Voldo versus...
Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost a match we see kind of often.
They're both members of the Discord that shall not be named, so I wouldn't be surprised if they played quite a few times.
Voldo Yoshimitsu.
I have no idea. I would imagine it is a very classic matchup of Keep Out versus Get In.
Yep. but both of them do got tricks on the the other ranges. Valdo, typically the kind of a space control character, but can go a little crazy, especially with that soul charge. You got Mantis Crawl mix-ups, back turn Mantis Crawl, blind stance, all that jazz. Especially more powerful in soul charge on the side of Valdo. Yoshimitsu, typically wants to fight close, has that 10 frame A, got the nut punch. But has really good movement. So even though the reach of his attacks might not be there, the movement from Yoshimitsu can get him some good damage opportunities. So yeah, hard to say to give the advantage just based on character. However, Yoshimitsu is usually in the conversation of top 3, top 5 characters. Valdo usually the other way around. So that's the tier list for you.
Yeah, I'm curious to know exactly how much goes into... one of the problems that I have as an Amy player against Valdo is the fact that a lot of my knockdown Oki doesn't work on the character. But Yoshi's is actually a little bit better. I just don't know if it's good enough to where Valdo has to respect it. Typically speaking, Valdo is able to roll back and shrink his hitbox as much as one can, and then suddenly the Oki isn't anywhere near as good. So I don't know if that actually affects Yoshi 3B or whatnot.
Yeah, to a chunk of the cast, you're right about Valdo is kind of a anti-Oki, where his hitbox
Yoshi's
can be
might
really
just
weird.
be good enough to where that's not the case. I honestly can't tell. Not to mention, obviously, as we're kind of seeing in some of these other parts, if Yoshi ends up getting some sort of a standing stance mix-up, Valdo, I believe, has, like, the worst options of dealing with Yoshi's helicopter stance in the entire roster. Like, I think they are the worst. I'm not 100% on that.
Valdo has the worst options.
Yeah.
Huh.
He doesn't have, like, any way to interrupt, and he gets a very low amount of damage when he's right.
Yeah, it's like, I want to challenge that, but, like, I can't even think of, like, an optimal move. So
I could have sworn this was a conversation I heard from Anton a while back, and when it comes to Valdo stuff, I just kind of take Anton's word for it.
Yeah, it's gospel, yeah. Definitely an expert on the character, but with that said, tough hill to climb there. That's a good hit, but needs a little bit more as Ben with V's is up 2 rounds. A lot of meter, half-life already, and just gonna run away. So that's
he has to. He has to play the lamest game possible. Fantastic ability to evade there. It's also important to note we are on a stage that potentially mitigates Yoshi's ability to get like big ring outs in the sense of yes, he has a lot of opportunities to get ring outs, right? But because the stage is so small, so does the opponent, right? Like, it's not they're kind of mitigated in that way. But, okay, this is kind of what I was talking about. Rolling back from Valdo is able to get out of that situation.
And that got the ground.
Wow, what a side step. Oh, wow. He got a crazy side step that just didn't pan out.
Yeah, it's kind of a fast recovery window on that dry hump there from Valdo.
Yeah.
I just said dry hump on stream. Anyway.
You've said worse things. But that's kind of what I was talking about. You saw Valdo end up rolling back out of a situation that's typically a force block. I don't know if this is a ring out. It is, because of course it is.
Yep, every stage is Yoshi's Island. That's going to be a ring out. Ben with V's, pretty great performance from Ben with V's, but, it's just 1-0 so far, so Anton has time to make adjustments.
I appreciate the fact that the players change positions in each and every single game.
Oh yeah, that's
causing me to change the overlay no matter what happens.
You love work, can't get enough of it. You want more of it.
I didn't see what stage we got. What did we get? Oh boy, that's a rough one. Yeah, you can't really use reversal edge kind of at all, but a fantastic hit here. So you saw he did, Anton did 2-2B last time, immediately into a 3B, assuming that Ben would figure that the back grab was happening. He didn't last time, he just blocked the 3Bs, so Anton's like, okay, well, I'll just go with Yomi level 1 in that spot then.
Yeah, just early catching out on conditioning, but let's go!
Thank God he didn't have, like, the bar, huh?
Still, not a good situation for Anton, but here comes a potential comeback. He gets the counter hit there. Very nice. Tries to keep controlling the space. Oh my god, he just keeps getting Ben in these baiting situations. So good stuff from Anton. Just when Ben keeps thinking it's his turn, Anton says no, it's not.
Yeah, I gotta say, also, I've always found Anton, with all due respect to him, and I think he would agree, he's not necessarily the best tournament player in the world, in the sense of he tends to get run over in first to twos pretty quickly, but as the match continues to go on, he almost becomes unstoppable, because he just has the download of the opponent's timing. His adaptability is some of the best I've ever seen in the game, so I don't know if he's going to be able to pull this off in a first to two against a very aggressive opponent.
Ooh,
it seems like he's having a tough time
yeah.
here. Oh, he tried! It's typically a force block.
Is he going to lose to Soul Calibur 6?
Oh boy, that was so scary. He had all the meter in the world. I wonder if Anton was ever thinking about spending bar to get away from that situation. I understand not, but yeah, I don't know. Oh man, just evades. Evades again and actually gets the back turn hit.
This is the best match ever. So it's a long series of whiffs and shenanigans from Voldo and Yoshimitsu, but here's a knockdown from Ben with V, so gets shut down by the Soul Charge from Anton. Could make something happen here.
Yeah, effectively, Voldo's Soul Charge is basically just a weather the storm kind of thing. Getting a run counter and a massive amount of damage. It's going to be a force block yet again. Yeah, it seems like Anton is picking up just how much Ben is attempting to sidestep against Voldo's Soul Charge, and that's going to be really important information for him as time goes on.
Yeah,
oh, this 2B is not necessarily... Oh, that's it. You died, dude.
And oh, it kind of has like good spacing, but unfortunately pretty linear. Good on hit, but pretty linear.
Yeah, just like a lot of spots where the stage positioning is really kind of killing him. Something tells me Anton's going to make some sort of a comeback in this round, and we're going to have a very cheap win. You see him immediately going back because he's worried about the 2-2B. And I think that's the thing that's going to end up taking the round, which makes me a little bit sad. But
I love the adjustments here from Anton.
Yeah,
he's okay with just taking just small, quick hits.
Because this is what the match is all about for him. The big hitter here is Yoshi. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just look at this. But with Voldo, it's all about like the pushback he gets and trying to catch Ben's sidestep.
Yeah, with just like there's some whip punishes where I thought maybe he would go for a 666B or 4K. No, he's opting for just the small
little
hits,
tiny stuff to give him the ability to get a level of pushback that will then allow him to continue the spacing. More like recycling the same situation over and over again.
Recycling, resetting. Just gives him enough frame advantage to discourage Ben with ease from like mashing out of the situation. I love this adjustment from Anton, and now he's just going majorly aggressive.
Don't get hit by 2-2B though. Oh, that could have been very scary as well. No, I think he's out of the Soul Charge range. Oh wow, a counter hit. Anton tried to mash
out of it.
Oh boy, I have no idea how this is going to end up, and I think that's it.
That's the ring out, dude.
No, it's not. Anton kind of freaking out here. He wants to get out of this spot, but Yoshi, pretty rough ability to get out of there. Yeah, it's just too awkward. Once you have like a standing reset where he doesn't have the ability to backdash or back roll, Voldo's options might be the worst in the entire game. But okay, that's a pretty big win for the Saviors of Humanity. Anton now being out. So now we are at 2-2 in terms of wins.
Big win from Saviors of, and almost a little disappointed because like I was getting so like excited for Anton's adjustments. Really would have been nice to get that game 3, but of course, just any big hit from Ben V's on this Yoshimitsu is kind of big deal, especially on Yoshi's Island, where basically any like mistake can cost you like a ring out or most of your life gone. But well earned 2-0 from Ben V's.
Yeah, we are going to get Olkadan's Wrath in here against Dratheon.
Oh baby.
I'm looking for Dratheon's name and I'm having a tough time. Oh, is he like Blast Rider or something right now? Where is he? Dre, are you in here? What's your name right now? Oh, he is in here. He's just not in Soul Calibur, so that's weird.
Let's talk about two players with a bunch of characters. Olkadan's Wrath, always known him as the Grow player, but he's been dabbling with Ivy. He's been dabbling with
Nightmare,
Nightmare, Zasalamel. Dratheon, usually has a tag team duo of Nightmare and Seska. Has been playing a lot of Seska, and I was really impressed with Seska from Madhouse Rumbles, Cambosa's online tournament.
No, I think you're thinking of what happened before that tournament, which was the Break the Death tournament. That's the one that Dre entered.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, where he ended up getting, I think, second to Rakuda there.
Yes. Good performance, but we're not going with the Seska this time, so it's going to be Nightmare Grow. A
matchup I typically like as Grow, but also it's important to note that Dre also plays Grow, so he probably knows it a lot better than I do.
Yeah, I know like the one meme thing here is basically a very unpunishable 6-6A from the side of Grow. So
6-6A, 3B. Wall Rising A and 3B also break armor, so that also makes it like doubly difficult for Nightmare to get things going. Okadan's Wrath also kind of like a wild Grow player, but I also don't know how much he's been playing. Dre and I are basically the only Soul Calibur streamers left that like that just stream ranked all the day. So we'll see.
And
okay,
start
wow.
from Okadan's Wrath. Why am I not playing this character in this matchup that I hate so much? That is wonderful stuff from Okadan's Wrath.
So I would say that the main thing that this is exactly the kind of adaptation I figured that we would see from Dre is that we're seeing a lot of like sidesteps from Okadan's Wrath to get those 3Bs, right? So he's constantly sidestepping. So Dre has an AGA in that spot, and the one weakness that Grow really has, not just in this matchup but just in general, is that his tech crouches are pretty non-existent. There's kind of nothing around there. Wow, fantastic punish on the botched AGA there.
Yeah, not just lack of like tech crouches, but the few tech crouches does have. Yeah, you're right. Just not scary enough damage-wise to discourage eyes or throws.
Nightmare with a little bit of guard trouble, but he did have to spend a bar in order to try and solidify this round. It seems like Okadan's Wrath is literally just going for guard trouble. I think at this point, Dre would welcome the idea that the guard gets broken here. I don't know if he's dead. It depends on the break. Okay.
Yeah, Okadan's Wrath was thinking about it, but he will save that for later.
He could have potentially gotten, like, if he got, like, another A+B block into the Avenger A lethal hit into CE, it might have killed just due to, one, how much damage the CE does. What? How did any of that?
We're going to take those.
All right.
Okadan's Wrath, a lot of pressure. That's going to break.
Yeah, this actually isn't going to do, like, the most amount of damage. I actually think that Dre is A-okay with that. And Dre is actually one of the few people that is going to punish Avenger A+B. It is -16. Some people forget about that. No punish on the Grimstride A on top of things. So Dre's getting a lot of info. I don't know, he just decided to allow Okadan to whiff 5 times as he backdashed in the corner.
Okay,
oh, wow, what a lethal hit timing.
Laid with the timing there.
I like using the bar, too. Nightmare's fantastic with this kind of thing.
Oh, come on, Dre.
Oh, the BB.
There we go, Okadan's Wrath.
He didn't have enough life for the armor to really matter in that scenario. Okay, with whiffed Lightning Slash into a 4-4-A where the combo gets botched.
Is that a timing thing or
sure, whatever.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Lightning Slash whiffed and he was like, it's time to vertical parry.
Okadan's Wrath now dealing with the Nightmare Soul Charge.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Grow has some meter of his own. I can see him saving it, though. Okay, so he's going to get a combo here. I don't think he's dead, though. Yeah, he decides to save the Terror Charge for, like, an I-14 punish or whatever.
I feel he should have some confidence to just build more bar, but either way, we're going to round 5 between Okadan's Wrath and Dre, so...
2 bars to potentially 1. Yeah. If I was Okadan's Wrath, I would be all about spending Soul Charge, like, instantaneously, right?
Yeah, maybe after a block or something.
Oh, what a fantastic block.
No. Alright,
I think you gotta spend it now, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Now, Nightmare does have the ability to spend back, but I don't necessarily know if he wants to. Oh, that's not what he wanted. I don't know what he wanted. But also, Okadan's Wrath botches the meaty timing. You have to time it a little bit better than that. Okay, so I assume we're going to see an immediate spend back. I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
He decided to wait just a little while. Oh, it doesn't get anything on that Lightning Slash whip. He was scared because of the 4-4-A from before.
That's so much chip damage.
Wow, it still hit. Yellow guard. Oh, that's what he was looking for before. Because the last time Okadan did that, Dre ended up getting like a 2B. Now, I don't know if what we just saw is exactly what he wanted, but if so, that's some pretty fantastic counterplay of just like having Nightmare 2-2B or whatever that is, that will just like turn around and catch him teleporting behind.
Yeah, and probably covers multiple options and not just the teleport behind you kick. I wouldn't mind Okadan's Wrath sticking with the Grow there and just kind of making adjustments in the gameplay. I'm not sure one of his other characters.
Nah, I feel like I agree. I think it's probably best that he sticks. I'm not saying he's going to, but I do feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah, it's a comfort pick for Okadan's Wrath, and the matchup on paper is really good. And plus, he had 2 fantastic rounds in the matchup already, so I'd say just keep it going. And that's exactly what he's going to do, sticking with the Grow.
All right.
Okay.
Grow versus Nightmare yet again. I'm really well, I think I know what's about to happen here. No, I'm wrong. I don't want to say it yet, but I do appreciate the fact that what I had in my head has not happened so far in this set yet. Oh, another botched AGA.
Oh,
it's kind of a big deal.
He got damaged. I would have loved the bigger punish, but we're going to take it.
You definitely can tell that there are certain opportunities that Okanan's Wrath is providing Dre that Dre is not able to capitalize on, just due to the situation they're in at the moment. There's a lot of, like, Okanan's Wrath will, like, whiff something a little bit small, and Dre will attempt to get some sort of a punish, but then he attempts to, like, effectively hesitate. That's going to be a huge amount of damage, except that's totally not the combo even a little bit.
And I hope it's not going to come back to bite him, because this is a really close round. It might come back to bite him! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he woke up with 6-6k. He just didn't think that 4-4k of all things would be coming around. But I don't think that's actually even punishable for Nightmare.
And almost showing why you want to be more optimal with your punishes, more optimal with your combos, because that sliver of health could have been enough for Dre to make that comeback.
Dre's having a tough time understanding. It seems like what's happening, and I'm not 100% on this, but it seems like what's happening is that Dre is assuming that he's going to get an opportunity to do something, but Okanan effectively, like, pseudo-counter hits his timing each time. And then when Okanan does something that's unsafe, Dre isn't ready for the punish because the connection is just not good enough for him to try to figure all of that stuff out all at the same time. Oh, he's not going to get a Terror Charge here either. Oh boy, this is looking rough. Yeah, it seems like 2-2B is what he's going for. Oh boy, okay, we're in a scenario where not even that is okay. Maybe I should just shut up. I don't know what's going on.
Oh wait, this is don't
okay, sure.
Much, all right. Yeah.
All right, so we're having a good time.
Yeah, could be a connection time thing or whatever.
I mean, we are talking about pretty cross country. I think we're talking about Jersey to Vegas.
But either way, we know what we signed up for, and give some props to Oakdale's
2A plus B and Soul Charge, having a rough time. I don't know if Dre's the kind of person who ends up trying to like jump it or not. If maybe that's his like typical option to try and deal with that. Definitely doesn't seem to be the scenario where you can do that here. It's like literally every single game they switch sides. That's crazy. And of course, I have Dre and Okadan's Wrath, meaning that there's like wildly different sized names. Getting Yoshi's Island yet again, decides to just immediately get Terror Charge, but he did eat quite a lot of damage for it. Does not get his punish on A plus B that time around. That didn't even have to do with the connection. That just had to do with being too far away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that's not it.
No, that's only minus 14. Gross BB, right? Gross BB is like probably the second best in the game, so he still gets a pretty solid punish.
Yeah. Okay, goes for cheeky BB.
Oh man, we got a step up, but we didn't get anything out of it. Grow already in yellow Gargage too, by the way. That's something that could come up. Okay, the old minus 12 into GI trap. That actually is a bit of a thing against Nightmare.
Yep, who has no access to I-12s. Well, he's got the crotch grab, but...
Yeah, nothing that actually affects 3B in any way. Okay, it looks like Okanan's Wrath is going back to the same setups that he was going for in the first game, which is like a lot of side steps into 3Bs. Makes sense to me. It's a tough situation to get away from. Yeah, so you just immediately start seeing Dre going with the AGAs, yeah. So who's going to be the first person to spend bar?
Oh.
Who is it going to be?
Throw battle here.
I think it's going to be the battle of the soul charges for this round. Oh no, that was supposed to be a CE, but he isn't Terror Charge and Soul Charge. There's all kinds of things that he could potentially do. So one of those things is just getting grabbed. Dre is swallowing his tongue right now. That is going to be very tough. Okanan's Wrath didn't even need to spend bar in order to get that game.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, one of the better Soul Charges in the game. Oh, okay. Takes advantage of the not getting touched by Soul Charge Blast, but...
I think we've just relinquished the fact that that Lightning Slash is safe on whiff in this situation.
just you know what? Just throw it out.
Okay, here we go. He's got a Soul Charge that he wants to try. It's a bit of an aggressive Soul Charge. He didn't necessarily need to pull something like this out as he was already winning. It seems like being an infinite grab battle right now. Yeah, we're even ending combos with grab.
It's kind of a...
I really feel like Dre wants to get the foot stomp unblockable setup in this Something tells me that's what he's aiming for. As if it's like foreshadowing that that's what he's doing at the end of each round he wins, you know what I mean? Okay, I mean, again, you do get like a BB punish, but I understand that can be a bit difficult. Is he dead? What?
Oh, no wall splat!
Wow, not only no wall splat, but he gets a back grab on top of things. What happened there? That was so weird.
I can feel the frustration come from Drade now.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy. To go from you had the round 1 to literally. I got hit with a back grab? Ugh.
Yeah, it's just like insult over injury. That's gotta suck, but you gotta, yeah. No matter what happens, this whole camera 6 gotta keep your mental in there.
Or with 2 bars, okay. I think he got out, yeah. So what does he try to do here? He goes for the 85th grab so far this round. Okay, immediately decides to spend Soul Charge. Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Okay, he really wants to, yeah, he's trying to, like, aim it. Okay, the old 3B into nothing. Okay, but what do you do here? Do you actually get, okay, he gets, like, a fantastic combo, but he has to deal with another gross Soul Charge. This could end everything.
Yeah, the comeback of a lifetime from Okadan's Wrath, potentially, but...
Gets a good hit. It's all gonna come down to this Oki, a jump K of all things. It makes sense to me. That's actually pretty solid. Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah, he was on Soul Charge, so like there's some kind of threat of we're at least thinking about the knockdown throw that you get.
Yeah, and 3BB wasn't really gonna pull off the same like really the only way that jump kick gets beat out is like from like a 3BB, right? Like that's really the only way that kind of thing works. So yeah, pretty solid stuff. So now we've gone through one full round of everybody in the teams. So Team Linkorz, Anton's team, has CJ and Geo. Saviors of Soul Calibur has Blue, Ben, and Dre. So CJ and Geo have a lot of work cut out for them. These are all the Discord that shall not be named players. So we're going to go with CJ versus Blue. These two have played...
Oh my goodness.
Quite a few times, but also, that being said, I remember they teamed together when they were a team in NEC 2021. They know each other pretty well. CJ also plays as well. Blue also plays Amy. So, it could really go either way, to be honest.
And, you know, regardless of players, how do you like the Aswell matchup? Amy Aswell.
Amy Aswell used to be relatively solidly favored for Amy, and after they nerfed 3A, I think it's 5-5. It used to be pretty rough. Blue likes to talk about the one time that Rich played Aswell against me in Summer Jam, because Aswell was really, really good. And all I did was I walked up to him and I did 3A over and over again.
Oh my god.
Because 3A beats Sword AA. It beats most situations you can do 3A on block into 3A, and it would beat Axlo. Like, you would clash.
Oh my god.
And obviously clashing with Axlo is pretty solid, right? Because now he doesn't have a weapon and he's just standing in front of you. So, yeah, rough stuff either way.
To you. Yeah.
But now that's not the case. Now you will not be able to get that kind of stuff. I still feel like it's perfectly fine for both characters. 3A just doesn't do as much work as it used to. It still does kind of a lot. Surprise, surprise.
Feels like this is going to be a close match. At least that's my prediction.
Also, I have to mention that due to the fact that Blue has played against CJ and a handful of other Amy players, it's not very often that you see people with appropriate counterplay to Amy, especially when you go to, like, the arrogant way that I talk about it is that the farther you get away from me geographically, the worse you are at the Amy matchup. But Blue is actually pretty solid at it. He's fully aware of what he needs to do, how to mitigate roses, which is the main thing that you have to do when you're playing against Amy.
With that said, 0 roses on the side of CJ,
yep.
So nice job from Blue Guy, just keeping
okay.
him updated. Oh, here we go.
At least he got 1 rose out of it, right? He tried for a mid parry. I don't think he realized what weapon he had.
Alright, solid round 1 from Aswell. That's a great GI. Okay. Tries to go for the Axo, but that's a good option. Just get up the RE, just kind of mitigate the 50-50. But that's going to be knowledge for Blue Guy to go forward. Maybe he can catch up later.
Very scary stuff there. The 4B whiffing, you basically have all day to try and figure something out. But that being said, Blue is going to get his second round with a ring out. CJ still without any roses to speak of.
Yeah, just 2 red roses. Blue Guy just kind of sitting pretty, and he's got some meter to maybe just close it out before Master CJ really gets things going with a fully red rose prepped Amy. Might not even get a chance here because blue guy's got him in a corner here.
Oh man, this is all blue right now. He's just endlessly being correct on every inch of Wake Up. We don't even see CJ getting the opportunity to spend Soul Charge here. Now he really has to come up with something huge. And an immediate step, an immediate step. Obviously, basically the only way that blue gets punished in a position like that is if CJ goes with Soul Charge 6 BBBBBBBB. But that's about it.
That's the classic Aswell like bulldozer, right? It's just even the threat of that Aswell axe low, just even showing it once just makes you just second guess everything you know about defense. You just up in your face, knockdown after knockdown, and then your mids are suddenly just so much more powerful. So
doesn't really get much of a better stage on top of it. This is the same stage that we ended up seeing in the last time too, when blue was here earlier playing against who was that? Was that Zubaz? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the stage where you're not rewarded for pushing Aswell back against the wall because now he has access to a low wall combo. Oh man,
this is just like the sheer level of counter hit timing that blue has right now is just making it so impossible. Fantastic way of dealing with Amy's reversal edge cancel as well. It just really seems like this is all blue. CJ typically is the kind of player who likes to who tries to play a little bit more defensive, a little bit more lane than other Amy players. I don't really know if that functions appropriately in a matchup like this. I feel like you kind of have to go in hard. Gets a fantastic punish there, and the fantastic punish is about 30 damage. I mean, that's optimal when you don't have roses. That's the way it is.
Okay, and seemingly for the first time, SCJ was able to get some kind of momentum, but not enough.
The problem is that the momentum that you have is that you have to get roses, right?
You have to get, you just need 3 more.
Yeah, you just need 3 more and then you can play the game. Okay, but here we go. This is kind of what you have to do. It's getting little tidbits here and there. Can he kill by getting a rose? Oh, this is greedy. Okay, yeah, there was no way for him to kill and get a rose at the same time, so he decided to just go for the rose. That could have really blown up in his face, but now he's kind of in it, right?
Yep, he invested small, risked a lot, but able to get 3 roses going to round 3.
Okay, decides to spend Soul Charge. As well, okay, now he's got the roses. He has made a handful of really big bets, and he is right back into this game. Here comes the force block. Oh, finally, blue does not block the force block. That's very confusing to me. Amy's still in Soul Charge. Her Soul Charge lasts forever. Fantastic counterplay on the 6-6B.
Yeah, just completely catching the approach.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now once Amy, has red, you don't even need red for this to be the case, but, once you're in front of, Aswell, even if Aswell has sword, it's really tough to, keep up with her. See, this is the thing, right? Sword A is, the main way that you're dealing with stuff. Jump B is the punish! I'm sure that's what he wanted.
No, not at all, but we got an axe low, which is a fantastic extension of that soul attack hit, and with Amy's back against the wall. This is a good position for blue guy, but he fights oh my god, resist impact into Regi.
Oh my god, and this is the heaviest amount of damage out of any A plus B lethal hit in the game.
That's Half-Life.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating, that is the highest amount that you can get.
Right, soul attack, and just one more mix-up.
Oh, what a rude dude. He does 4BB knowing that he doesn't have sword, so he can't punish it. But this is Aswell Soul Charge. All he needs is 2 or 3 mixes here.
Oh my god, he got caught!
He got it? I think that's it. Okay, so 2 rounds to 2 rounds. No real guard pressure to speak of, but the important thing is that you have double Amy Soul Charge coming at you. Oh, but if CJ decides to play it defensively here, he may not get the opportunity. Yeah, blue is fantastic at finding ways of just, mitigating this. Yeah. It just seems like CJ is looking for his golden opportunity to get a knockdown and then just, melt his opponent, but blue is not providing him that kind of opportunity. He has to go in. Yeah. That is not going to give you the punish that you're looking for. He ends up trying to grab him between the set. Oh, man, CJ really flubbed the hell out of this.
Oh, man, and maybe too little too late with the second Soul Charge. Had to come a little early, but blue guy did such a good job of just keeping Master CJ contained.
Yeah, he set the tempo to such a degree. That was really masterful work. He was aware that CJ felt like he needed to use his bar. It's very similar to what happens when Amy's get purple, which is that then they want to do purple things.
Yep.
And purple things typically allow you to just play more solid neutral type stuff. against Amy, and Amy will effectively hang herself. So I feel like it was just a little bit too slow. CJ was going for stuff that was like a little bit too much when he was in Soul Charge. If he had just activated Soul Charge and just continued to do stuff like AA and 3A, I think it would have worked out a lot better for him.
Just trying to slow down, not so much slowing it down because Blue God was just kind of going so fast. But I suppose not being over eager to go for those counter pokes.
But okay, this means that Team Linkorz has Geo and Geo alone. He will stand against Blue Bendre, as I like to call it. And this is a pretty rough situation for him in general, because chances are this is a Yoshi mirror. And who knows what that's all about.
I would love a newly sponsored team called Blue Bendre.
It has to be pronounced just like that, too.
Yep.
It's French for one who seeks luxury.
So poetic.
Like, if you were to see somebody like that, you would say they're un bubenge.
Savior's Soul Calibur sitting pretty, just one win away, and has essentially 3 lives to go. So even in Ben with these fall here, we still got Dre up next, and then the Titan known as Blue God.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough thing. And on a stage like this, too.
There. Ooh, here we go.
By the way, I gotta say, when I was doing the Yoshi S-Rank run, I ran into Yoshi like 2 or 3 times. I have absolutely no idea how to do that input, and so I felt really bad.
Were Yoshimitsu players doing it against you? And then
and I was just sat there like, I don't know what this is. I'm not a Yoshi player.
What's your instinct? Do you just like sidestep or something?
I don't remember that it's supposed to be a thing, so I run up and 3B them.
You jerk.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Look, I'm here. When I'm playing Yoshi, I'm here to get points. I'm not here for honor or anything like that. Did you just get rung out?
Oh
my god, he did. He didn't respect it. Oh, Ben just went for like the lowest common denominator hit there that would have won in the game, and I think Geo just overthought it.
Overthinking after getting so much momentum.
Yeah.
We're gonna take those. Ben with these good round steal there. So Geo seemingly playing angry off of that, but
you're out.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's not out. Okay.
No ring out.
Just spent like a bar to do like a third of somebody's health. I think Geo's realizing what this matchup is going to be like on this stage. Correct counterplay against While Rising a Brave Edge. Okay. Probably a large amount of like what we're going to see in this matchup is going to be dictated by who has what amount of bar. So he decides he doesn't have to spend bar in order to get that kill, but the fact that Geo has more meter than Ben potentially means kind of a lot. It means that his ring out extensions are bigger, his damage is bigger.
And those first two rounds are any indication. This is kind of a game of disrespecting each other's wake-up games, so it's kind of funny to see.
Oh, the back turn hitbox! What the hell?
Did he just, like, stab
Yeah, he teabagged afterwards, yeah.
Oh, Ben with
that was
just the...
kind of a magnetic grab there.
The god of luck just... Oh my... Okay. So
Ben has the ability to go into Soul Attack himself. Doesn't look like he's going to need it. Yeah. And once again, Geo not respecting the 3BB at the end of a round.
More disrespecting the Oki there. Like, you know, that Yoshi 3B just like hits really early. It's like it's really tight. It's like you won't be able to roll out of that. You have to OTG guard it. I'm
really surprised that Geo ended up spending bar here. I mean, he is getting a huge amount of damage, and he's probably going to win. Okay, so Ben decides to spend back. I actually don't necessarily agree with this either. I feel like it's not necessary, and you could have just kept your round lead and kept your meter for the last round. But, I mean, this is Yoshi Soul Charge. He could basically just entirely melt the opponent. 3B hits yet again. The one time that he respects the 3B, he gets hit by Full Crush 3K. That's not going to do it just yet. Okay, the BB. There was a little bit of a pause in the set, and it honestly looked like Yoshimitsu from Ben with V's was literally cut in half by Geo's Yoshi BB.
And it's not Ben with V's unless he's going like batshit aggressive there. So worthy attempt, and still gets the bonus bar. So he's going to he's going to spend it really early there. So this is
I can respect
it. Ben, very respectful decision, but Geo has a life lead there. Continue with the team.
Oh man, he tried. He tried to get out of there. Okay, here's another bar. Ben has his own. Are we going to see it? Yeah. Yep. So now it's bar v bar. It literally comes down to who gets the first hit. Yeah, that's going to be an RI. Okay, another GI. An A plus B does not find purchase. So Geo is the one who ends the whole round. No, he doesn't get his B slide A.
Just the execution on the B slide A.
Oh, a nice little slight sidestep into AA, which probably option selects both situations there. Okay. What a whirlwind of a, of a first game there.
And Benavides could potentially close this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Just one more win.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey, guess what? I have to change the names on the overlay again.
Yeah, it happened, yeah.
I should just assume that it happens. I know that the second that I preemptively change the names is the time that they don't switch.
Alright.
Ooh, we got all walls. So similar to the last stage that we were on, but this time it's going to be even more heavily about your wall combos.
Down with these. First
Yeah,
hit,
it's going to be alright.
second hit.
Oh, no, he did like 2. I think he was only supposed to do 1.
He just kind of mashed it to basically hitting himself with 1 or 2 BBs, but that doesn't matter. We're just going to close it out with this wall combo. Benavides looking so strong in the mirror match. Oh my god, hit the B slide A to start things off. I see Gio do that all the time,
Yeah.
but then with B's, oh my god, this aggression. Gio, seemingly being the player who is more favoring the defensive slow play, is kind of getting overwhelmed by Ben with B's aggression here, so... GI level 2?
Oh man, he ended up getting hit by this as well.
Unrelenting.
Yeah, this is
from
all
with
Ben right
B's.
now.
Oh my goodness, and gets his back against the wall one more
okay.
hit, but change position.
Just one wall combo could totally change this up for Gio. It's just a matter of trying to find the positioning for it, yeah. Okay, well, never mind.
Oh, yeah, got a little bit greedy with the throw there. Benavides ready for that with the Twitch duck, and 1 round away from closing this all out.
Gio does have full bar. Yeah, you can kind of tell that
Benavides.
immediately Ben is going for the BB lethal hit there. Oh, try to interrupt before the GI. Wow.
Oh, was ready for that.
I don't know how, it just kind of looked like he just stood there and waited for it to happen, but it ended up working out.
Hey, it was like a micro sidestep there, I think I saw, but that's a great sidestep off through the 6A plus B.
I don't think he's dead yet, but he's awfully close. Good gravy.
Yep. He's gonna mash soul charge here, perhaps? No, he wants a...
Okay, kind of like a desperate soul charge here. He doesn't really... Okay!
Chasing him down, catching
Oh,
him.
wow, he got it!
Oh, that's exactly
What?
what he wanted. What
happened?
What's happening?
What happened?
Oh, we're fumbling! Oh, that is... Xavier's...
I'm not dumb, right? He had the win? Like, 100%?
That looked like a botch. I could be wrong, but that
He
looked
just
like a
didn't
botch.
mash B enough?
Oh,
Gio's controller DC'd.
We... Listen.
He's been complaining about that for like the last 3 days. That's hilarious. Gio, you really have to get a different controller. You couldn't have just borrowed a controller from somebody else or something? Like, I'm really surprised he decided to play in this if this is the case. That's really funny. This is a 5v5. You could have just made it a or I don't know if the other players weren't around. In any case, Ben destroys Gio there. Oh shit, I made...
Oh,
okay,
am I getting mixed up by these names? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they changed it again. They just naturally reset. Anyway, okay, Gio gets the first round.
That was better Beats that one last game, right?
That was Ben with V's that one last game, yes.
Okay.
So that's 1-1 now.
So I was continuing. Okay, I was continuing correctly. I was just wrong about the team league ending. All right. All right, Gio, good start.
Ooh, nice duck.
Ooh, nice duck.
Oh, tried to get something really fancy there. Okay, it looks like we're spending our bar with like little small caliber stuff. Wildly different than how we were playing like the first round.
Great stuff. No re-JI in the side of Ben with V's. Gets massive damage, gets a knockdown, gets a lot of momentum here. Lots of Oki damage there, and we're continuing to see the wake-up game being disrespected.
Yeah, 100%.
Which player is, but like it seems like Gio is more of the culprit there of continuing disrespecting the Yoshi.
And getting blown up for it too. It seems to really be hurting him, especially in the first game.
It does feel really bad to get knocked down by Yoshimitsu, but
yeah, it sucks.
yeah.
I guess he's just assuming that Ben is not going to go for the 3B because it can kind of like it can get covered by just one option from Gio.
Yeah, which is just an OTG guard, and then you basically get a punish there, but...
Yeah, you get like a slight sidestep AA each time, I think. But in any case, Ben is now 1 round away from solidifying the entire team match so far. Ooh, mashing after the AA. Ooh,
a lot of meter on top of GI, but a little bit of meter steal, nothing significant. Okay, momentum on side of Geo, plus frames into safe. Tries to catch step there, so ooh, okay, we're seeing some respect between both players now.
Infinite step duck from Ben on wake up. Oh, trying to get away from the second hit there again, not necessarily finding purchase. Gets a fantastic hit there with wall rising B into 3B, but here comes the knockdown from Ben with V's.
Okay.
Does he try to go? Okay, he likes to do like one little tiny hit into like a grounded combo or something. Oh man, it's so scary right now. We're down to like the last 10 seconds. Oh, gets the grab. Oh, Geo just trying to lame this the hell out.
And
yeah, at this point,
no problems, just chasing him down and doing with the soul charge.
Oh, nice dunk under the AA.
And that was a little micro backstep into the spacing for that 1K, so that was actually well earned from the side of Geo. Ben with V is continuing to chase, but Geo was able to just kind of put up an iron shield in front of him.
This is all going to come down to the soul charge. Geo is now 3 for 3 on 2-2-As, but his combo gets him punished for more damage than the lethal hit was.
That was crazy damage on the side of Ben with V's. That could turn the match completely in his
favor nice
now.
hit.
Oh my god.
I think that's it. He's in Soul Charge. I think that's going to be it. And it is. Ben with V's ends up taking it for Save Yous for Humanity. And that is going to be the end of Anton's team. Linkorz has lost the tournament.